Welcome! Today, we're going to dive into an ancient idea that is incredibly relevant for our lives right now. It comes straight from the Pali scriptures, and it's all about a fundamental choice every single one of us has to make between two very, very different paths.
So, the texts lay out this really stark choice. On one side, you have a path of negligence, carelessness. On the other, a path of diligent wakefulness. One looks easy, but it leads to a lot of confusion. The other? Yeah, it takes effort, but it leads to this profound sense of clarity. So the big question is, what's the first step on that journey?
You know, you might think this journey starts with some big, grand, mystical moment, but it actually begins with two surprisingly simple, everyday disciplines. These are the real foundations that decide which path you end up on. Okay, so the first one is called being guarded at the sense doors. I mean, think about it for a second. Everything we experience, everything that comes into our head, comes through our eyes, our ears, our nose, our tongue, and our body. This practice is all about being mindful of what we're letting in through those gates. It's about becoming a really skilled gatekeeper for your own mind.
And the second one is knowing the proper measure in eating. Now, this isn't really about being on a diet. It's a practice of moderation. It builds a kind of physical lightness and, this is an important part, mental clarity. When your body is balanced, it's so much easier for your mind to be balanced too. So let's see how these two basic things support something even bigger.
All right, so you've got these two foundations, guarding the senses, being moderate with food, and they support the real core practice. This is the thing that truly defines the diligent practitioner. You could almost call it the engine of the entire path.
This is Jāgariya, or vigilance. It's this deep commitment to staying awake, to purifying the mind from all the stuff that clouds it, and not just when you're sitting down to meditate, but all day and all night. It's this continuous, gentle effort to just stay present and clear.
What's so fascinating here is how the texts actually give a specific, structured routine for keeping up this state of wakefulness 24/7. Look at the rhythm here. You have periods of active practice and then mindful rest, but, and this is key, with the clear intention of getting right back up and continuing. It's a full-time cultivation of awareness.
So here's the bottom line. Where do these two very different paths actually lead? Well, the scriptures are crystal clear about it. The little habits you do every day are what directly shape your entire state of mind.
So what happens if you ignore those foundations? If the sense doors are just wide open and there's no practice of Jāgariya, that constant wakefulness we were just talking about? Well, the practitioner becomes idle, lazy. Their mindfulness gets all foggy and confused, their mind scatters in a million directions, and wisdom just fades away. According to the texts, this path always inevitably leads to decline.
But on the other path, it's a totally different story. The vigilant practitioner cultivates this vibrant, energetic effort. Mindfulness isn't just a fleeting thought. It's there. It's established. The mind becomes unified, sharp, and focused. They become wise. And the result? A life that is genuinely filled with happiness and joy.
And this quote just nails the core message, doesn't it? The outcome isn't some random accident. It's a direct, predictable result of the path you choose to walk moment by moment. The possibility of living a pure, clear life is something that's built through these very practices. Okay, so you might be thinking, this is great for monks in a forest thousands of years ago, but what about me, here, today? Well, that's the thing. This isn't just some ancient, dusty teaching. It's a timeless and I'd say incredibly relevant principle for anyone who wants to live a more intentional, more conscious life.
Really, at its heart, this is a radical act. It's choosing clarity in an age that is designed for digital overwhelm. It's choosing purpose over just drifting aimlessly, and choosing awareness over the kind of negligence that our whole attention economy is built on. It really makes you ask, what am I feeding my mind and body, and what kind of state am I creating because of it?
So, we'll leave you with this to think about. In a world that's just full of endless notifications, streams, and distractions, where's the opportunity for you to practice just a little more vigilance? In what part of your life could you be just a little more awake?